Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to the another lectures on medicinal plants, that is the diploma on medicinal plants. Myself, Dr. Tushar Wankhede, Professor, Department of Botany, Sri Shivaji Science College, Amravati. Friends, we have discussed the different aspects of the medicinal plants. We know that these medicinal plants has some physiological functions. That's why they are believed to be one of the most compatible type of the drugs ingredients for the human body. So right from the 19th century, the chemical analysis of this particular plant was began, and their extract, their ingredients has been administered to the different types of the patients. So we know that there are near about 1.5 million practitioners worldwide who use this traditional medicine for the benefits of the human beings and their application from the prevention of the different types of these diseases. So friends, considering this aspect, we are learning what are the challenges, what are the opportunities and the constraints. Constraints means what are the obstacles to these herbal medicines. So friends, our history tells that medicinal practices that is the mostly dominated by the plant-based practitioners and the medicines. So these medicines were herbs, maybe shrubs or trees, where the fruit leaves have been administered, used for the benefits of the human being. Okay. So, for example, in case of India, Siddha and Ayurvedic medicines we generally consume. In case of Japan, the combo type of traditional medicines has been administered. In TCM, traditional Chinese medicines, different types of the herbs make a very remarkable type of achievement in that medicine. Even if you go for the Middle East type of the countries of the Middle East, Southeast Asia, here generally Unani medicines has been observed, and still today we are using these practices. Friends, our challenges now they shift. It means that these challenges of herbal medicine, does they have any type of a conflicts? Yes. Generally, toxicological, epidemiological, or different types of the data regarding the authenticity of the herbal materials is generally is a big challenge. Okay, so herbal medicines and their products they are present in the market. They are don't have a very mandatory safety or taxological toxicological evaluation. So even sometimes the quality standards, then their prescription is also unknown, and that leads to the hazardous effect. For example, during our corona time, we have taken the kadhas, adrak kada, gauti chaha kada, okay, gulacha chaha. Okay, we don't know about their actual benefits, but right from the tradition we are taking and consuming it, and we are consuming it. So we think herbal remedies or drugs are very safe, but it is capable to give some of the adverse reactions also, or it may cause the serious injuries, life-threatening conditions, or the even the death. So any excess thing, herbal, or it may be a non-herbal, that creates one of the hazardous effects. Okay, so many of the drugs, if you don't know, many of the herbal drugs they contain the toxic materials also, and these toxic materials, these are the toxic materials can cause some of the damages to the our micromolecules like DNA damage, cellular toxicity can be there, or genotoxicity on the genus level. Okay, so this is the small cartoon. Look here, the herbal drops has been administered to this lady, and some of the herbs are coming out from her head. So these are the, it's a cartoon, but it's a part of a joke. But sometimes adverse effects can be seen there. So friends, does this herbal medicine have a toxic challenges? Yes. Herbal medicine can cause hepatotoxicity, neurotoxicity, nephrotoxicity, or it may be a immunotoxicity. For example, this is the beautiful picture of the Aristolochia plant. And this Aristolochia plant, generally, it produce one acid that is called as the aristolochic acid. And this aristolochic acid generally they damage the renal tissues of the plants, kidney tissues of the patient. Sorry, it's a patients. Okay, if you know the ephedra seneca marketed for the weight loss. Okay, but they have some of the effect on the body, that is hepatotoxicity, neurotoxicity, or it is sometimes called the transit type of a blindness. Okay, this is another plant. Look here, uh, Aconiticum carmi that produce one of the alkaloid, that is the diester diterpene alkaloid, that is called as a aconitine. The aconitine, generally their consumption that leads to the cardiac type of the toxicity. One of the plant, Tussilago furfura, it contains the alkaloid that is the pyrolysidine type of a alkaloids, that is called as a senkirkine. Senkirkine is used on the cuff, but it shows hepatotoxic effect also. In case of a ginkgo biloba, we know it is used on the tumor cells, but these plants, they also produce a headache, dizziness, restlessness, nausea on the human body, or diarrhea like symptoms, adverse symptoms on the body. Then is the Piper methysticum, that is kava plant. Okay, we know it is used as one of the CNS depressant, but the excessive dose that leads to the headache, dizziness, gastrointestinal discomfort, and also numbness in the oral digestion. So herbal drugs are benefits, gives the benefits, but they produce one of the hazardous effects there. Okay, so there are some of the challenges also. Now there are some of the challenges associated with the monitoring and safety of the herbal medicine. Yes, that is the increasing cases of this poisoning associated with the use of herbal medicine need to ensure through the toxicity assessment as well as the safe use for the public health all over the world is needed. Okay, so we call them as a pharmacovigilance is needed. Whether what you are taking, it should be beneficial and it should not give any type of the hazardous effect. Okay, so challenges often encountered, for example, there should be some regulatory body, that is some laws are there. Then assessment on the safety and the efficacy of this medicine, what we are consuming, does they really safe? Then their quality control, whether you are consuming is a low quality product, for example, teas. Okay, so then safety monitoring should be there. What we are consuming should have some of the safety measures. For example, if you are taking nastas on some of the local street food, we generally see what type of a cleanliness is there. So that is the monitoring type of a system. So generally, one of the challenge we have inadequate and poor knowledge regarding the traditional and complementary alternative herbal medicines. We don't know the adequate knowledge of this particular medicinal plants and that exhibit the monitoring on the safety as well as their efficacy is concerned. Friends, challenges related to the regulatory status of the herbal medicine. So friends, in India, we have a department of the Ayush, which runs this regulatory status or which runs one of the controlling measures over these medicinal plants. In the United States, natural products are regulated under the Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act in 1994. And all these dietary supplements come under the legal standard procedures. Okay. Okay, so look here, if these particular herbal practitioners, they provide data right from the patients also, and their drug safety and their regulatory authorities determine the safety and they give the signal regarding the safety study. After safety study is there, safety guidelines are generally given there. Okay, friends. Friends, What are the challenges related to assessment and the safety and the efficacy? So we know that there is no perfect method or research protocol standards and the methods for the evolution of the safety and efficacy of the herbal drugs. But we should have their their assessments and efficacy standards. We must know that. So single herbal medicines, we know that may contain hundreds of the natural constituents, and that's why their mixed herbal composition can lead to the different types of the misleading type of information. Hence, analysis, practitioners, and their data, their products, it should be assessed so that we should know which exact alkaloids is acting there. Friends, challenges related to the quality control of the herbal medicine. For example, medicinal plants are concerned, then we should know the genetic factors of these medicinal plants, environmental conditions generally that affect the medicinal plant. For example, the plant which is present in the Himalaya that will not exhibit that characteristics in the Amravati. Okay, would require a good crop practitioner like agriculture, good plant selection, cultivation, collection of the medicinal plant. Then after collection of the medicinal plant, we require the identification, then the storage with special sanitization and cleaning methods, because we know that after harvesting our medicinal plants, we need some of the techniques like drying of the plants. If you can't able to preserve them, store them, then that may cause the fungus or that may damage your crops. So WHO continues to recommend the institution of quality assurance and control measures such as national quality specification. So WHO has given the new guidelines regarding the quality control of this herbal medicine. Then the constraints of the medicinal plants. For example, indiscriminate harvesting and the poor post-harvesting treatment practices. We are not known about how to harvest these plants. Then after harvesting, how to treat that plants. For example, if you are taking the crop of the Safed Musuri, chlorophytum, we should know that their storage is a very important product because they are very dormant type of the crops are there. Then we have a lack of research in the high-yielding varieties and their domestication. Then we have a poor agriculture, propagation methods. We insufficient processing plants are there. Then poor quality control procedures. Then lack of current good manufacturing practices. We don't have a good research and development section. Then we are also not able to give a good marketing strategies to our products. Sometimes not trained persons. Okay, trained persons we need, but we don't get the trained persons, and we depend upon the non-qualified types of the labors. Okay, so these are some of the constraints of the medicinal plants. Then, friends, another is we know that both raw herb and extract of this particular medicinal plants, they contain complicated mixtures of different types of the organic chemicals like the sterols, alkaloids, flavonoids, glycosides, saponin, tannins, then lignin. So some of the molecules also contain peptides and oligosaccharides. So both raw and extract, they contain this such type of amount, but very few knowledge regarding the biological activity in the humans we don't know. So that is the one of the constraint is there. Then if you process the plant, we boiling them, heating them, that alters their properties because they are thermolabile. So even if you are taking the kadas, we don't know the whether it will perfectly act or not. Then there may be infections like fungus. There may be infections on the insects are there. Then competition from the another species. Then the seedling time we don't know. Some of the genetic factors are there. So these are the constraints of the cultivation of the medicinal plants. Then if you are collecting that particular plants, so we must know that that species should be non-targeted species. Okay. Second, we must able to preserve all the types of the plant species. Their exploitation should not be done. Suppose if you got the plant in this Amravati region, what will people do? People just pick up that particular plant, make their kadas or their make their pickles or everything, and the whole species will be demolished from that area. So sometimes adulteration of the herbal products is also one of the constraints, and this adulteration is made by the substituting a particular material, cheap plant species. For example, in case of garam masalas, in garam masalas, there is an adulteration from the horse lead. Okay, so that is one of the things. Second, if you take the our dropsy disease, dropsy disease is caused by Argemone mexicana seeds. So that particular seeds, they just look like a small, we call them as in Marathi mohri. They look like a mohri, and that's why it was mixed with the mohri. And at that time, the oils which are the oil which is coming from the we call them as a mohri oil. It is mixed with the argemone seeds. That's why they call this is called as the dropsy. So that are the constraints. Adulteration is a very dangerous thing for this herbal medicine. So factors affect the quality and purity of the herbal medicine. For example, drug adulteration. What do you mean by drug adulteration? Drug adulteration may be defined as the mixing of substituting the original drug material with the other spurious, inferior, defective, spoiled, some of the different plant species or harmful substances or the drug substances. Okay, so some of the factors that affecting the quality and purity. Sometimes plant collection. We oftenly identify wrong medicinal plants and that affect our body also. The imperfect preparation. We don't know the how to whether to use leaves, whether to use flowers, or whether use to stain. Everything we are just crushing them and preparing the medicine. That is the dangerous one. Okay, so we require proper drying is there. We require a proper storage is there, and that's why physical factors just like air, humidity, light, temperature that brings the deterioration of this particular herbal medicines. So friends, what are the opportunities in the herbal medicines? Medicinal plant cultivation is a good opportunity. Medicinal plants can be exported. Then there are drug manufacturing companies we can produce. In a teaching profession, herbal medicine can be taught just like this course in schools and pharmacy schools. In the field of plant monographs, we can retain our traditional treasure there. Then medical taxonomist is a important feature there because you have to recognize that plant. Pharmacologist, herbalist, then the Ayush practitioners, doctors, you can get SRF, JRF for the clinical trials. Then clinical and research opportunities are there, therapeutic opportunities there. Then the career options are there. Okay, in case of molecular biology and nanotechnology. So friends, these are the few opportunities of the herbal medicines. There is a one national horticultural mission who is working for the conservation of the fruits. Then another is the National Medicinal Plant Boards who work for the conservation, for the benefits of this medicinal plant, then the propagation into the society. So friends, how this works? Generally, cluster of farmers was recognized. Then a state implement agency organized them. Then the state Ayush society, they allow them, they give them different types of the crops. And after that, NAM, Directorate of the Ministry of Ayush, they come together and they take out the farmers all crops and they market there. Okay, so they also provide funds. That is the NAM Director of Ministry of Ayush. They transfer fund to the state treasury. From state treasury, it goes to the Test Ayush Society. From there, the funds goes to the implementing agency, and from the implementing agency, they choose the farmers personally, and the clusters of the farmers gain the benefits. That is the different types of the subsidies and all their crop products. They are automatically given to the market through the government agency for the propagation of the medicinal plants and drugs. Friends, this is the regarding the all about our second lecture on challenges opportunities and constraints of the medicinal herbs or medicinal plants. So here, I would like to conclude here. Thank you very much for joining me. Good day.